everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie is called the Caine Mutiny Court-Martial. It's on Showtime. So that's cool. I guess straight to Showtime. I've never heard of it before. 6.9 on IMDb, 1,335 people rated it. Kiefer Sutherland's in it, Jason Clarke. And that's about, J. Duplass, Lance Reddick, just to name a few. So there's a couple people in it, right? I mean, it's got Jack Bauer in it, so that's cool. So this is about a guy who goes on trial, a naval officer stands trial for mutiny after taking command of a ship that he felt the captain was putting the whole ship in danger, right? Sounds somewhat interesting. If you've seen Crimson Tide, Denzel Washington, and wow, escaped my mind, but you know who the other guy is, the guy from Hoosiers. Anyway, if you've seen Gene Hackman, also Lex Luthor, right? That was the two of them in that, and that was phenomenal. There was like a mutiny there. That was a submarine. So, I don't know, kind of immediately thought of that, so hopefully it's as good as that one. Highly unlikely. Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But I'll let you know about this one in a little bit. Showtime, baby. It's showtime. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of the Caine Mutiny Court-Martial. So real quick, I forgot to explain this in the beginning, but this is I guess a remake. There was an original one back in the 40s or 50s. Not sure, but I'll not really what I was hoping for, right? So just to give you some idea, Kiefer Sutherland, he plays the 21-year naval captain, 21-year vet naval captain who was on the ship, who he was the one who had the mutiny against him, and his mutiny against him was by Jack Lacy. Didn't realize it when I saw his picture. His picture's black and white on IMDb, but as soon as I saw him in there, he's from the White Lotus. If you've seen the White Lotus, the one with him and Alexandria Daddario, I forget that's 1 or 2. It doesn't matter, season 1 or 2. But he's very, very unlikable in that, for me, and in this, right? So, I don't know, something. Anyway, so he's the one. He's on trial for mutiny, again, you know. And then Jason Clarke happens to be his lawyer. So he's trying to get him off of the mutiny. And then Lance Reddick is like almost like the judge in this whole thing, right? And it's interesting because they bring on a couple of witnesses. Besides a couple of witnesses, you know, Kiefer Sutherland's one of them. There's a couple here and there, and of course the lawyer and the mutiner, I don't know, and the other lawyer, Lance Reddick. But there's like 5 other people sitting at this table. They don't say a word ever, not once, not one word. I don't remember any of them besides Lance Reddick sitting there. Like 3 people on this side, 3 people on this side. He says everything. They don't say a word. So found that really odd. And here's the big thing for me. It all takes place. I mean, 99.9% of the movie takes place in that courtroom. It's not really a courtroom, but you know what I mean, in the hearing room. Whereas I went in thinking, yeah, I was afraid of it. I was like, is this going to be really like courtroom drama? Like the whole time? I thought, okay, they're going to show flashbacks. Hey, this is what happened on the ship. This is my recollection of what happened. And then here's this witness's recollection. Like, you know, really piece it together. So, you know, you see everybody's perception and you're left to try and figure out what really happened, you know, and who was in the wrong. That was my thought. That's not the case. It is 100% just in that room. 99.9%. There is a scene post-trial that is not in that room. And is probably close to the best scene in the movie, is the last one. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. I was disappointed. I don't know. There's a lot of disappointment for me. Not so much in the acting, although I didn't like, I get it, it was acting, Kiefer Sutherland's character. I'm sure that he was playing it a certain way, but when you see Kiefer Sutherland playing this role, I don't know. It's not, you know, it's I don't know, it doesn't jive for me, and I didn't like that. But I think he did a good job. It wasn't his acting, it wasn't the writing, you know, I guess it's more of the casting in a sense. It's like that's not who you want in that role. I don't know, maybe, and it's like not terrible bad, but I just didn't like it, especially in the beginning. I'll tell you this, real quick sidebar, and if you do decide to watch this, I felt he was reading, and he was looking down almost the whole time in the beginning, looking up and occasionally, you know. So I thought that was interesting. Maybe he wasn't, and that was just him, you know, memorizing his lines, or just maybe that was his character. That's probably more like it, but check it out. If you do check it out, it's very, I don't know, you know, if you watch that movie, see for that part there. But, you know, like I said, I ended up being on my phone a lot. My daughter came down for something, and she's like, well, what's this movie about? And I told her, and she's like, wow, that sounds exciting, like sarcastically, of course. And so I was like, yeah, it kind of wears on you a little bit. I don't know. I guess that's maybe why it went straight to Showtime. Even look at the windows. The windows is like the fake scenery and the windows, and it was just, I don't know, it just all bothered me, if we couldn't tell. Again, interesting plot line of a story that was already told. I liked all the actors. I think they did a fine job. But I don't know, and that's just, maybe everybody else will like it in that small setting, small budget, you know, the simplicity factor worked in. That could be a thing. Everybody could really enjoy that. Not for me. I wanted to be a little bit more entertained. I liked all that stuff. So that's it. I don't think I have any more. I don't know if I was helpful. I think I was helpful, you know. But if you have Showtime and you have an hour and 48 minutes, maybe you'll check it out. Not for me. Not for me. Not, again, not for me. Not that it was a bad movie or there was anything like that. It just wasn't as entertaining to my taste. I'm trying to stay very political here. Alright, so there you go. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.